Austin said it on a Sunday. I immediately went back to the office on Monday and put it on the front of the magazine. Vince had to approve the magazine covers. When I brought it to Vince that day, he literally asked me, what is Austin 316? And I said, Vince, he said that in the promo. It's money, bro. It's going to be huge. His exact words, take it off. I don't get it.
So one person who had a amazing organic push in the WWE that was very much diffused by Vince McMahon was Rusev, or Miro. The Rusev day was infectious. People loved it. It was awesome. Never really got an opportunity to grow strong legs. It grew some legs because the fans started chanting it. But Vince McMahon remained he remained a heel. Never made that babyface turn during that Rusev Day phase. I mean, merch was made for it, and it was just super over. But at the same time, Vince McMahon said, it ain't going to happen. You're not going to use this organic push to make yourself bigger than what I want you to be. So Miro goes over to AEW. Grass was not greener on the other side. There was just, even from the jump, he was the best friend of Kip Sabian, I believe, was his original debut. And he would say, I am the best friend. And that was his theme song. What a horrible way to bring in someone like a Miro. And then all of a sudden he became this like religious guy that wanted to prove something to God, but he had a bad relationship with them because he wasn't listening type of weirdness. And so at the end of the day, it was just like, oh, so this isn't as good as I thought it was. So now he requests his release. He doesn't want to be a part of AEW no more. He had a Twitch video. He was talking about that, and actually was talking about a certain journalist really bad as far as just how he feels about a certain journalist, certain esteemed journalist. It was also the Vince McMahon documentary.
Ooh, oh, I get it.
Didn't he also, too, Chris? Didn't he also get divorced in the process of all that?
Unfortunately, he has.
That's sad, bro.
He's split from Lana. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, what do you think about this story? EC3 working with Miro, and do you see a WWE return possibly?
Yeah, I can see a WWE return. I don't know if it's on the cusp or asking for your release. To be honest, you made a bunch of money. You didn't really work a ton at the end of the day. You have self-sustained yourself via your Twitch and all these things where you can, it's great to have that freedom that if you're that unhappy that you can, I'm out, let me go. Russo's always been great to work with. I remember watching him come up, being in the system together. We've had some, encounters that were actually good that were never seen on television. We had one encounter on television where I believe I was defeated soundly. When Rusev Day was starting, it's one of those things that was self-created, self-prophesized. So a lot like a Matt Cardona as a Zack Ryder getting over on his own. Sometimes, for some reason, if the system sees you getting over and it's not because of their choice or their decision or their idea, they will hamper it, they will hamstring it, or they will not let it reach where it can go. It's kind of disheartening because talking about how cutthroat of a businessman Vince is, that if people are organically reacting to something, why do we not run with it or at least give it a try to the fullest level? To play devil's advocate, though, the boss is the boss for a reason, and maybe there are things he had wanted to see out of this organic thing that Rusev couldn't do or didn't do. So sometimes we have to look at it from the other aspect. As much of a homer as I am for the boys, I can see it on other ends too. So like there's a reason why. I don't know what it was.
You think you know all the wrestling stories? There's more you haven't heard yet. Join us on Backstage Pass.
I know what it was, bro.
Go ahead.
I know. I'm telling you, I know what it was. 1,000%. Vince did not understand Rusev Day.
Yeah,
He didn't get it, bro. He didn't get it. He didn't know and understand why it was over. He didn't get, bro. When Vince didn't understand something, he didn't want to do it. Bray Wyatt, I'm telling you, he didn't understand. Bray Wyatt, he didn't understand the blonde project. He didn't understand that. There are so many things. I don't think he understood when the Hardys came back over. All the stuff they were doing at TNA, remember?
Aleister Black, I don't think he understood that either.
I don't think he understood that. When Vince doesn't understand something, to him, it'll never get over. If I don't get it, it's never going to get over. So this Rusev Day was happening, and I don't think Vince got it.
Do you think there was a compromise? Like if Vince doesn't get something, he's not going to let it get over, but he is a businessman that could see on the back end. This has value. Is there a way, or was there a way to force him to get it, to pitch him to get it, to maybe what I like to do with my creative masters sometimes now, because I'm super smart, is incept them with my idea as though it is their own? Like, was there a way to play that game?
I think the only way to do that, and Chris, I don't know how much of the documentary either one of you guys saw, and I'm not going to say Vince is lying about this. I'm going to say Vince forgot about this, okay? Because I told you guys the Austin 316 story, that when Austin said it on a Sunday, I immediately went back to the office on Monday and put it on the front of the magazine. Vince had to approve the magazine covers. When I brought it to Vince that day, he literally asked me, what is Austin 316? And I said, Vince, he said that in the promo. It's money, bro. It's going to be huge. His exact words, take it off. I don't get it. His exact words. But here's my point, EC3. Unless it's something that strong and happens that quickly where there's not a damn thing he could do about it. That's what happened with Austin 316. It happened that quickly. When it's that powerful, at that point, he's got to go with it. But something like a Miro Day and the Hardys at their complex, it's gotta literally bang him over the head.
Yeah, and Austin 316 did that. Yeah. Because these people started to have signs and stuff like that as of like the following Raw.
Yeah.
So my question be, along the lines with the Vince doc, you had so much to do, Vince, with so many of those particular episodes as far as just the advancement of WWE. Were you ever reached out by the producers, Bill Simmons and Chris Smith?
No, never. Well, bro, you got to understand, Chris, this started as a WWE project. Mm-hmm. No way they're calling Vince Russo.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just, bro, here's the thing I say, Chris, like to this day, Vince McMahon still wants you to believe that there aren't writers to this day. And my thing is, bro, anybody that saw this documentary, with everything Vince had to do as the owner and the CEO of this company and everything Vince was responsible, do people actually think Vince was sitting down and writing a television show? Bro, and that's the thing, Chris. People don't understand. Bro, writing a wrestling show, bro, that's 15 to 18 hours a day, every day. When you have a show every week and a pay-per-view and a second show, that is a full-time job. Yeah. If people actually believe Vince McMahon was writing a television show, they're out of their freaking minds. And I'm not even going to try to convince them because they don't have a clue what it takes to do that, bro.